Hey everybody, Josh Sigurdson of World Alternative Media here, and people are fleeing Chicago. Are you surprised? The obsessively collectivist liberal city is leading the United States in population loss. This new table by Craine shows an incredible number of people leaving Cook County in Chicago, 66,244. An astounding number of people have left Dupage County, hitting 3,000 people in the past 2 years, as well as Will and Grundy counties. The same study showed that an estimated 89,000 more people moved from the Chicago area in the past year than those who moved in. Studies also show that African Americans are fleeing Chicago at a much higher rate than whites per capita, which one can imagine is connected to the fact that there is serious violence and infighting within the African American community. Call this politically incorrect if you want, but the truth is the truth, and it's seriously hurting black communities. They're the biggest victims of all. There are so many reasons that people could be leaving the Rahm Emanuel dictated leftist cesspool that is Chicago. Gun laws in Chicago have led to massive growth in black market violence. No one can defend themselves, only the bad guys have guns. Just for the doubters out there, according to the FBI, examining all the multiple victim public shootings in the United States from 1977 to 1999 shows that, on average, states that adopt right-to-carry laws experience a 60% drop in the rates at which the attacks occur, and a 78% drop in the rates at which people are killed or injured from such attacks. But statists continue to perpetuate the myth that more guns mean more violence. Well, yeah, if only gun members obtain guns. According to Chicago police in 2016, there were 762 murders, 3,550 shooting incidents, and 4,331 shooting victims in Chicago. On top of this, there has been a heightened level of racial incidents as divide between whites and blacks grow. Of course, Chicago is also a sanctuary city, which doesn't lower the problems, to say the least. The last conservative mayor of Chicago was elected in 1927. This was followed in 1931 by liberal mayor Anton Cermak, who was famously assassinated in 1933 while shaking kingpin socialist president FDR's hand. So this means for 86 years, Chicago's municipality has been entrenched in big government politics. And after that amount of time, the secrets, corruption, and chains become greater and heavier. Rahm Emanuel mindlessly endorses Chicago and claims it is a safe place to live. Maybe for Rahm with his bodyguards, but the delusion of ignoring the plight of the people of Chicago is infuriating. Let me read a short excerpt from a Chicago Tribune article from January 2nd, 2017. This is just kicking off the new year this year. And I quote, "An argument between two men at an uptown bar in the early hours of January 1st ended with the two shooting at one another, leaving both dead. Their deaths ushered in the new year, making the first and second homicides of 2017 and keeping up 2016's soaring pace of violence. By the time police were dispatched to the double homicide at 4:30 a.m., there had already been a police-involved shooting elsewhere, according to Chicago police. A man who led police on a car chase before physically resisting arrest ultimately was shot by an officer before 3 a.m. That man, whose name was not released and for whom a warrant was issued, was in critical condition Sunday, police said." Meanwhile, Rahm Emanuel arrogantly proclaims Chicago a safe, secure, and welcoming city. Can anyone truly be surprised by the mass exodus of Chicago? The longer leftist politicians delude themselves to the facts plaguing Chicago, the worse the problems are going to get. Are people going to stand as voluntary individuals or continue on with this forceful collective and perpetuate this problem forever? There has to be a breaking point somewhere. The solution isn't Hegelian, problem, reaction, solution, repeat. The solution is not perpetuating big government. The solution is freedom of the individual, the non-aggression principle. It's not a difficult concept to comprehend. Thanks for watching, everyone. You can check the links below. GoFundMe, Patreon. We can't do it without you. Any donation is very much appreciated. And of course, check in the description and the comments for our Bitcoin address. We will also put the QR code on the screen for you to scan if you so please. Thanks again, and we'll be back at you with much more. This is Josh Sigurdson, signing out from World Alternative Media. Find the truth, be the change.
Wow.